And now to politics, where the Rivers State House of Assembly, led by Speaker Victor Oko-Jumbo, has resolved to take action against Martin Amaewhule and other lawmakers who announced their defection on the floor of the House on 11 December 2023. The resolution followed a motion of urgent public importance presented by the Assembly's leader, Sokare Goodboy. Goodboy urged the House to act against the defected lawmakers, arguing that they continue to participate in Assembly proceedings despite losing their seats due to defection from the PDP to the APC, All Progressives Congress. He contended that their action threatened the rule of law and undermined the Assembly's efforts to restore its integrity. Goodboy called on the Assembly, under Oko-Jumbo's leadership, to invoke constitutional provisions to hold the lawmakers accountable for their legal violations. And to unpack this, I'm joined by Nwisabari Bani Samuel, who is the chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYC and Rivers State Chapter. Good afternoon. Glad to have you join me on the news. Are you there? Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. I can hear. Thank you for having me on your program.
All right, so let me kick off by asking what your thoughts are with this back and forth in Rivers State. I mean, we have some have tagged it rivers of rage. Now we're having, Oko-Jumbo, saying that the seat of Amaewhule as well as 24 others, are now vacant. What do you make of this, statement?
I think the legislature remains the fulcrum of democracy, and there cannot be any democracy in the world without proper legislation. I think on this issue, the issue on the ground is sacrosanct, and I want to also use this opportunity to say that Rivers is a very important state in this country because of their key role they play in the revenue and resource of this nation. So it's a state where every person in this country is interested in. So some of these issues happen. But going straight to the matter, I think the person of Oko-Jumbo does not have the right whatsoever to suspend the 25 assembly members and Martin Amaewhule because they do not have the jurisdiction, they do not have the power, they do not have the locus to do so. Why am I saying this? It is crystal clear. The appeal court judgment has stated it very clearly that, assuming without conceding that Martin Amaewhule and 25 others were not assembly members, he cannot also perform the business of the assembly. He lacks local standing to perform the business of the assembly. So now, on the current situation on ground, the appeal court has given Nigerians and Rivers State the way forward. And what is the way forward? Martin Amaewhule is the recognized assembly of the states that is saddled with the responsibility of performing the responsibility of legislation for Rivers State and Rivers State government and Rivers State people. So whatever Oko-Jumbo would have said from a corner does not amount to anything, and nobody should take him serious. Because 3 or 4 persons cannot represent the assembly of the states. They cannot legislate on behalf of the states. And as such, they and I'm calling on everyone who cares and respects the rule of law, who cares for Rivers State, who cares for the peace and development of Rivers State, to cue and support the leadership of the assembly, every led by Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule. That is a respected and known, properly constituted assembly according to the rule of law. You see, leadership is not about emotions. They sworn an oath to ensure that they will adhere to the rule of law. And what is the rule of law? You don't play emotions. You don't bring ethnicity. You don't bring in family. You don't bring in your own personal opinion. But what will benefit the people? And that is what we are here for. As for Rivers Youth, that is our own stand. Martin Amaewhule is the recognized Speaker and leadership of the House of Assembly of Rivers State. Thank you on that very question.
Well, some would say, or some would argue that they themselves, like, you mentioned Martin Amaewhule being the recognized, member or leader of the House in Rivers State. Some have said that, Martin Amaewhule, as well as 24 others, are even, in fact, the architect of their own problem, having declared they have defected from, PDP to APC. But let's leave that aside now. Looking at how we have division in the House, how do you think they can carry out activities smoothly and peacefully, and also try to resolve this issue whereby we have two factions in Rivers State House Assembly?
Like I said, on this very issue, we have heard several competent courts entertain these issues, and it's very crystal clear. There are procedures for which a person will become a member of the community and will become a non-member of the community, a member of a political party and a non-member of a political party. I, because of my position, is constrained to being a member of a political party. But there are many of my youths which we lead that are members of political parties, and we know the formats, the tenets, how it is, if you want to become a member of any political party, there are procedures for you. If you want to gain admission into a university, there are procedures. And I cannot be a member of a particular university and claim benefits of another political university. But to wrap it up, what I want to say is that it has been established that Martin Amaewhule did not defect, owing to the information available to us from the courts and from his own political party, the PDP. They have come to say there has not been any time that Martin Amaewhule and the House of Assembly members wrote to us that they are defecting. The All Progressive Congress, which people claim that they defected to, has not come on there to say that these persons did not pass through any procedure to warrant them to be addressed as members of their political party. So it's crystal clear. Like I said in ab initio, leadership is not a business of emotions or a business of a particular few group of persons who wants to use the crisis in the state to amass wealth for themselves or to, drive home their selfish political desires. Rivers people, Rivers youth knows the truth. We are very law-abiding people, and that we believe and we know that it is only under the rule of law that we can have sustainable development in our states. And anything short of that, the reverse will be the case.
Okay,
so we are focused in Rivers State.
Okay.
We are determined that the rule of law is the only thing that will salvage this country, that will salvage this state. And we are in for it. So there has never been any time they defected. Never. If they ever did, records would have shown. Now, if records cannot show, it means there is nothing like that. And they're also there to speak for themselves.
You touched on something, permit me to butt in there. You touched on something quite interesting, and that's the people of Rivers State who are at the center, the heart of all of this, debacle. I imagine, like they say, when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers for it. How do you think this is affecting the people in Rivers State?
To be very honest with you, we are feeling the brunt of this political crisis rocking in the states. The state and the people, we wish that there will be peace. We desire that peace will return and everything will return to normal in Rivers State, but not at the expense of the rule of law. There are no great nations on earth that have not gone through turbulent times. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage Nigerians in Rivers State and Rivers Youth especially to remain steadfast. Because I know this time, this perilous time we are going through, it happened to the children of Israelites. They were captured and they were, in Egypt for so many years. It's normal. No great nation. There is no great nation on earth that does not have their stories and their histories. And this is part of our histories. But what I want us to know is that what you do during this time is very key. A renowned philosopher once said that the hottest part of hell is reserved for those who maintain neutrality in the times of social crisis. Rivers State is going through social crisis, and that is why we, the youth, will continue to stand on the path of justice, to stand on the path of rule of law, because that is the only solid foundation with which any society can attain development or achieve any sustainable development. Rivers youth and Nigerians in Rivers State, I urge you to be steadfast and pray for the unity of the state while you adhere to the rule of law, because we know this will surely lead us to our promise.
And that's a fine place to anchor it. Thank you so much for your insight on the news. Nwisabari Bani Samuel, Chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYC and Rivers State Chapter. Many thanks indeed.